What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Brandon, aka Drip from Team D.D, back with another video. In today's video, I have another pure version of Blue Eyes. I've been working on this version of the deck for a while to get it as consistent, but also keeping the competitive edge as much as possible. This entire list flows through Ultimate Alternative. So like you just basically want to make him to push to kill for game. It can do everything else that all the other versions do, or if you don't run him and stuff. It's just you can set him up with this with this iteration of the deck a lot easier than you can with others. There is some things that is different about this list than you would see probably in a more competitive version. I'm running more bricks in the form of vanilla, so I am running 3, unfortunately, but very fortunately too, because if we're going to go and make Blue Eyes Ultimate Alternative and we're going to embrace Kaiba, then we need to embrace it and fully. I really like this version, mainly because I get to cope over Ultimate Alternative, and I get to run Alternative and stuff like that. I was trying 2 Blue Eyes, but like with the standard combo line to set up Ultimate Alternative, it would not brick, but it would you would be 1 body short in order to be able to get it consistently to set Ultimate Alternative up. So that's why you need the 3rd vanilla. Real quick, shout outs to me really for winning this mat. I set out on a mission, and I really wanted this mat, and I won it at my locals event. Granted, I had a competitive edge in the form of knowing what the deck did compared to everyone else. They knew a little bit, but like, I don't know, I don't want to take too much away from myself. I really worked my butt off to be able to get this, and also this probably be the last time you all see this, because I'm going to be put this in a frame. Yeah, I just wanted to get this profile on it. I might do other profiles on this map before I frame it, whether it be my another PRIMITE version or whatever. But yeah, I didn't use this version of the deck to win the map, but we use just the structure. I really like this version, and when PRIMITE eventually gets banned or gets hit or limited or whatever, I'll probably run a version of this, or we get an iteration of this, or if we get a Magia reprint, I'll look into something like that. But right now, with knowing what I got, and this is probably what close to what I'm going to be running. I paid a lot of money for PRIMITE, so I'm obviously going to play it. But before we get fully into this, if you don't mind, hit the like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Check the description for all the ways to support me. My Patreon, my Discord, and my affiliate links are down there as well. I've been posting a lot more on my Patreon to get early access to stuff and certain extra things on there too. So if you want more Blue Eyes content, or in deeper content for Blue Eyes to learn the deck more, or any other deck that you may run or I may run, or whatever, you just want my input, check out the Patreon to see if maybe it's something that you're interested in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, we are on 3 copies of the bricks. Shout outs to the D.D.S, bro. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Yes, I could have ran all 3 of my DDSs, but I chose not to. I went a little different route. I went more sentimental. I went the DDS, but this one right here, if you're not a long-time member of the channel, I have like a million different copies of this version that a lot of you call the broken neck version. But this one in particular, I've had since I was 7 years old, and I'm now pushing 30. I don't want to talk about it. I'm 29. But then I just went to the QCR. 3 Blue Eyes to be able to help set up Ultimate Alternative, and then for the other big dragons, we're running 1 Alternative and 1 Jet. Jet is disgusting. He's really good, and I'm running a secret spice card to make this so much more consistent than relying on Melody. The Discord fam and the Patreon knows about it. The Patreon really knew about it before the Discord did, just want you to know that you saw it first here. No one else is running this spice card in pure. If you're running Jet and you're definitely running Alternative, I really think you need to be running this in archetype spice card. This card makes Melody obsolete to where it's an actual brick now, and it's a dead card. But we'll talk more about that when we get there. This is it for the big dragons. For the starters, 3 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. It pisses me off that this card is not searchable in any way, really. This card's so undervalued in my personal opinion. I think mainly because it's not searchable. Being able to foolish to get stuff in graveyard, definitely in pure, is just so undervalued. It helps you play around Droll, play through Droll and Lockbird, extend more, just getting stuff in graveyard. But yeah, Neokai's Seahorse is really good. I'm on 3, obviously 3 Sage. Sage is a 1-card starter, 1.5 card starter, paired with Maiden of White. This is it for our tuners. This is not it for our tuners, but these are our main starter tuners. And to carry on, we'll make sure I'm still in frame, because when I wasn't in frame the other day when I was filming. There we go. For more tuners, we have 1 Legend. I like Legend because since we are running the alternative, if we open like Neokai's Seahorse and we already have Maiden access, we can go Neokai's Seahorse, send this to make our alternative live, basically. So like it just keeps everything in rotation and flowing. And not only that, it's never a bad thing to have more tuners anyways. And since like we're not running the PRIMITE stuff, like extra normal summons are just wide open basically. And then we are running Ancients, and then the last tuner that I'm running is an N archetype tuner, and it is my Spice card, and gives you instant access to your big dragons immediately through the combo line, the standard combo line, and it's searchable off Sage. And that is Priestess. Priestess with the eyes of blue. Just remember, you saw it first here. Your boy Seto Kaiba. This card is cracked. I was looking through my old my binder. If you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. I've showed it on the channel before. I have a whole ass binder full of nothing but like Blue Eyes cards and stuff like that. But I was looking through and I was just reading all the old cards, just reminiscing and nostalgia and stuff. And I read her and I was like, dude, this card's fucking cracked. Definitely in pure. Any iteration that's running the big dragons, this card is nasty because with the combo line, you search her off Sage, use your second normal summon to summon her, use the field spell after you link it off to target her effect to chain. You can, if you need another tuner, then you send Spirit with the Eyes of Blue to the graveyard to unlock yourself from dragons to be able to search 2 big dragons, Blue Eyes cards, not even Blue Eyes White Dragon, just Blue Eyes monsters. Or you can send her if you don't need another tuner, but you need another big dragon. So like you just have to realize what you need at the certain moment. If you need another tuner, you keep her. But whenever what she does is whenever she's targeted for an effect, you can chain her effect just like you can with like Maiden and stuff like that to add 2 dragons. So what you're doing is you're targeting her with the field spell to Foolish a Vanilla, and then her effect to add 2 big dragons, 2 of the big names, which is really nasty. But you have to send a card to the graveyard that you control, a monster to the graveyard you control. So you either send her or you send the Link monster, which is really nice sometimes because if you send a Link monster, then you unlock yourself from dragons to where if you have Maiden in graveyard and you have Roar in hand, you can go Roar, summon Vanilla, and then chain Maiden effect to summon herself, and then you have 2 tuners if you haven't burned your True Light effect yet to summon another Vanilla. Which is really, really nasty. Or if you have alternative in hand, you summon alternative, and then there you go. You still have 2 Whopper combo, and then you also have follow-up added. Sorry about my camera, but you have follow-up added with the with her to be able to kill next turn with, and while also getting instant access to Jet without always relying on Ancients to get you access to Jet. She really ties the entire deck together in this form of the deck. I think moving forward, anybody who's running the alternative or running Jet, mainly these 2 in general, you could probably get away with not running her if you're only running Jet, but like definitely if you're running alternative, to make alternative less of a brick, you're crazy not to run Priestess. Because she took the slot of Master in this list. So she's just really, really busted. And she can summon herself back too by sending a Blue Eyes card to the graveyard or whatever. But that's it for the tuners. She is absolutely busted. I love my tuner lineup. On to the spells. I'm on 3 wishes. In the PRIMITE version, you can cut this down to 2, only because you don't really need it that much, because you can have other ways to get to it, which you have other ways to get to it here. It's just this matches the targets, because you play more targets. Because if you think about it, if you open one, this can search this in a tuner, this search this in a tuner, this search this in a tuner, and you're already going to get True Light access instantly, and then you all have one extra spot. So like in the PRIMITE version, you don't run this, you run this. This is all you run, but you run two. So like if you think about it, you get access to one, this will get access to this will get access to this, and then True Light will get access to the other one. So the third one's a brick, really, if that makes sense. So like this gets this gets this, and then True Light will get access to the other one, whether it's whatever combination of these. So the third one is just dead and obsolete and does nothing. That's why in Pure you can get away with 3 instead of 2. And I like 2 Roar, because Roar, people not running multiple copies of Roar, I think that will become a trend later, but I'm ahead of the curve, because Roar is the only way to truly play through Droll and Lockbird, and having hard drawing this makes the -2 of this feel a lot better, even though it still feels shitty. But having access to this just makes everything so much easier to be able to push through interruptions, push through boards, and push through hand traps. And then the rest of the stuff is Mausoleum and True Light. I'm eventually going to test two Mausoleum to be able to side the Burst Room of Destruction, because it's more copium. Because we have so many more ways to put Vanilla or put Blue Eyes White Dragon name on board, so to make that more live. And a lot of people like are targeting these two regardless to pop and get rid of them, because they definitely True Light, they think it's just going to kill you. In some ways it slows you down, but like if you have another Mausoleum, it's just pretty nasty. Then Pros for consistency, because consistency over utility, that is my motto. If you've been members of the channel forever, then you know that's my motto. And when it comes to my deck building and my coaching, I preach that. Yeah. And then the last spell is Foolish. I decided to add Foolish in here because all of everything pretty much it gets access to all your tuners, whether you're sending Legend or you're sending Maiden. It's also a 4th copy of Neo Kaiser Seahorse in a way. Foolish is actually really disgusting and undervalued, and I'm shocked that other people haven't really picked up on it yet. Then again, it is still kind of early, and probably no one's really put as much time into the deck that I have, yet at least. But I really think you should give Foolish a try, see if you like it. For the non-engine, I'm on 12 because I just think 12 is the max you can really get to without sacrificing too much consistency in Pure. But this is what I opted to run. If you don't own Fualos, you don't have to run Fualos. I just like drawing, because this can also be a turn ender, and also draws into more engine. If you don't own Macharmy Fualos, then you can add Nib here, or you can run Droll. Funny thing about Droll is it's a spellcaster, so you can link it off into your Link 1 at worst case to bait out interruptions or whatever. So it's all up to personal preference. I just like Flawless because it draws into engine, and I already own it. If I didn't already own it, I wouldn't play it, because the water deck, you have to be able to draw engine, and Flawless helps you get there. Not only that, it feels like steroids when you use Flawless, draw into engine, and you draw into Prosp. It might seem like win more, but it's really nasty because it just allows you to keep digging as long as you prioritize your lines properly to where you're not getting destroyed by Droll. But that's actually it for the main deck. Clean 40. Get on to the extra deck. That was the main deck. Sorry, I don't know if I said extra deck or not. 2 Spirit of White. I know I've tested 3, but the third one became Hieratic Seal, because Hieratic Seal does come up. I don't think you need multiple copies of Hieratic Seal, but one does come up in the mid game or in the awkward game states. If you open awkwardly. It for the links. Synchros. 3 of the best one in the extra deck. This card is nasty. It's very good right now. Very slept on. Helps you not get FTK'd by Gimmick Puppets, because you can't summon 2 or more at the same time. Nice FTK deck. Also good against water to stop their stuff in graveyard. It's good against Fiendsmith to stop their stuff in graveyard. But yeah, the list goes on. And then we got one Azuraz. Please give me this in QCR and Stampede, please. I want to speak that into existence. This card's really nasty right now, definitely against Ryziel, because It just makes it to where your stuff is it's a lingering effect. It can't be destroyed by card effects or targets. So nice deck. One Light Storm for the mirror and back row decks. I still think this card is mandatory to have. You don't want to be caught in the Yu-Gi-Oh streets without it. And then the Crimson Dragon package, the 12s. You don't have to run Divine if you don't want to. You can run Cosmic. If you don't own the Crimson Dragon package, you can swap it out for an Indigo and whatever other slot you want, a third Link 1. Because in theory, since we're not running Master, the Link 1 can be recyclability, even though it negates its effect. But also, like, we have Ancients for that too. But you can run an Indigo if you want, and like a Typhon. If you don't own a Typhon, then run a 38 and an Indigo, or the third Link. I think you should go third Link and Indigo if you don't own the Crimson Dragon package. But I really think that this package is really solid and really nice. Or you can even get away with a second alternate alternative, so you can hard make one and summon one off of Spear Dragon. It's all up to personal preference, really, and your locals and stuff like that. But I really think if you have access to this with the money to get this, this is the package you need to get. The Crimson Dragon package. But that's it for the synchros. Summon. Fusions, Tyrant Dragons, disgusting. My favorite one in the entire extra deck. My favorite Blue Eyes Fusion monster. Besides Ultimate Alternative. Twin Burst. Neo's Ultimate, because we need it for protection. Or we can actually hard make it since we run 3 vanillas. And then the entire deck is built around this card. Yeah, I really like this extra deck. Nothing I would change, honestly. I did a lot of play testing. I mean a lot, for the main deck and extra deck to get this deck to where I feel like it's the most consistent. To be able to compete with meta decks, but also at the same time having fun and feeling like Kaiba at the same time. I really think if you're trying to achieve the same feeling, then this is the list for you personally. It might sound like a biased opinion, but that's just me. I don't have a side deck built, but if you want my personal opinion, obviously just combat your locals. But if you're looking for an overall variety, then it needs to be like Lancias, Chaos Hunters, Droplets, Dark Rulers, Cosmics, Evenlies, whatever, to fit your locals or just combat the meta scene. But I hope you enjoyed this list. I'm going to be pumping out a lot of Blue Eyes stuff. So I know a lot of y'all like that, and the Blue Eyes era has begun. Bunch of different versions of Blue Eyes and stuff like that. But mainly sticking to like what I like to play and stuff. So, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and please hit the like button again if you haven't already. Please check the description for all the other ways to support me if you don't mind, and be on the lookout for upcoming content, whether it's Blue Eyes related or just anything else that I just like posting about. I'm really enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and I haven't been able to say that in a long time. But anyways, I'm not going to talk your head off any more than I already have. I appreciate you for hanging out with me, checking out beautiful Blue Eyes stuff, and listen to me ramble and show off pretty cardboard. Go out. But without further ado, that's all I got. I love you guys so much. Go out there and wreck the streets, Yu-Gi-Oh streets with Blue Eyes. It's your boy Brendan, aka Drip from Team D.D. Signing out. Next time, peace. Good doing, my guys. Love you.